Sometimes video games can be challenging, or have secrets that a first-time player would never know. And while nowadays there are countless high-quality guides and videos on every game in existence, we're going to ignore all the good ones, and in this video, I will be playing through the entirety of Arkham City's main story, using the direction and advice of the IGN guide, ignoring my own experience with the game or basic common sense. Now, first things first, the guide itself, or in this case, the two different versions of the guide and IGN's video walkthrough of the game. Yeah, let me explain. So this right here is the IGN Prime PDF guide for Arkham City. What is IGN Prime, you might ask? Well, you see, long ago, IGN would charge people money for a premium service on their website. Okay, so little note here, upon research, they still currently have a premium subscription service. It's called something new, different now. But yeah, so not long ago, there are, in theory, people currently right now paying for premium IGN. But anyways, which included full PDF versions of their multi-web page guides. Although, as I would find out, the day one version. Now, at first, when I started doing the playthrough, I thought this PDF would be enough, only to find that there are multiple massive gaps in this guide. Okay, what do we got here? When you reach Grapple Over, Joker's Lair, One-Armed Man, Mr. Hammer. Wait, what? You skipped a bit there. Yeah, so, can't stress enough that as far as the PDF guide is concerned, there is nothing worth mentioning between grappling up to this chimney and the Mr. Hammer fight. So we are going to be using the updated portion of the guide on IGN's website, which does cover this. Finally, despite having two different written text versions of IGN's guide, the writing was a bit sparse in sections, mainly the Predator sections. So finally, I ended up watching the IGN video walkthrough. Now, I'm not going to be doing one-to-one recreations of these videos, but the idea was essentially to understand what they did in each stealth section and then kind of match the vibe. An example of this would be here. Oh, okay. So I guess no corner takedowns. We'll take that into account. Okay, so no corner takedowns, and we're just repeatedly gliding in, ground taking down, and then grappling out and hoping we don't get shot. Understood. Apparently that's the plan. Alright, remember. No corner takedowns. We're just beating ass. And then gliding out. Take your time, buddy. Come on. Hit your ass beat. Yep, this is the best way to do it. Now begins the gliding and ground smash.
This is not good. What?
I feel like you're about to shoot me. Yep. Imagine if I could have done that stealthy. No corner cover. Just beat your ass. Alright. I feel like I would have taken a lot less damage if, I tried to get all to be stealthy when, doing the takedowns. Alright, and now with all the technical details of exactly what I'm referencing as the IGN guide out of the way, let's actually get into the playthrough. Okay, so we aren't even to the walkthrough yet. We're just at the first couple pages of general information. And it's got counterattack indicators coming in a few colors. Blue. Yep. Yellow. Owner possesses a knife that Batman can avoid or disarm. Yeah. Red. Cannot be countered by normal means. Yeah, all straightforward. Green. Dazed and on the ground, ready to be finished off by a finishing move. That doesn't look green to me. Anyone else? Anyone else want to claim that's green? And if you're wondering, maybe they had a colorblind option mode on. I checked that. Alright, for this section, we have no references of any of the Easter eggs, like Black Mask here. But the only really notable thing was no mention of us punching Penguin. So he gets to live, for now. You're done. You're done. You're done. Penguin, you... Unfortunately, the guide said nothing about you, so technically you get to live. for now. I'm not scared of you, IGN is. So the only thing with this section is the guide told us to go do the AR challenge as soon as it pops up, and then like positioned it in between here and like actually making it to the church. Now, I'm fairly certain that doesn't pop up before the church, but if it does, we are going to go do it before seeing Harley in the church. Given the fact it hasn't popped up already, I think we're good. Now, there are some easy-to-grab Riddler trophies here, and we've passed through quite a few easy-to-grab Riddler trophies, frankly. The guide just has not mentioned it in the walkthrough. Obviously, there is a Riddler trophies section as part of the guide, but we are just going through chronologically in the main story. So we're only going to be grabbing the Riddler trophies it explicitly calls out. Similarly, we're only going to be upgrading when it specifically calls out upgrades. And personal experience with guides, this is going to be a mostly upgradeless playthrough. There'll probably be a few random ones later in the game, but they'll be few and far between. Hey, there it is. Okay, so yeah, we are going to be doing the AR challenge as soon as possible. So yeah, even though we're nearby, the guide has made no mention of starting the Bane side quest. Like, they do have pages for each side quest, but there is nothing in the main walkthrough so far of like, hey, here's a good time to start that side quest. So I'm presuming they just don't mention any of the side quests throughout the entire main story walkthrough, and just kind of expect you to like beat the main story and then pick them up after. Which, considering like the time sensitivity of certain ones and the backtracking, unless there's something like really dumb, we're just not gonna do the side quests. Okay, very special moment here as we have our first Riddler trophy the guide actually calls out. Thanks for the XP I will not be using. Okay, what does the guide say about this section? Okay, it says, quietly approach the two minions, give them a double takedown, easy enough. There are 5 goons to deal with. Other 2 are with the hostage. You can make a huge ruckus and just take them out by grappling to higher positions and then just dropping in on them. All right. The alternative is through the vent on the other side, and that will get you a Riddler trophy. Okay, well, we want Riddler trophies in theory. No problem with the double takedown. There are 6, right? And the guide said 5. I'm not imagining that. No, yeah, it says 5. I have to say, I really hope the strategy of just loudly glide kick and then ground takedown doesn't stick throughout the whole playthrough. Because that might get annoying later on.
Here's the plan. We spread out, we find Catwoman, and I'll blow your face off. Understand?
We get to grab the Riddler trophy. Oh. So it just says go over here. It didn't specify vent takedown or explosive gel. So I'm not... Let me consult. So upon consulting the guide, the vent is still intact. So therefore we are going to do the explosive gel. That was alright. Now, not only does the guide make no mention of using this thing on the Harley things for XP, it has made 0 mention thus far of any destructible objects, including like the balloons that we passed by or the security cameras. Hopefully that will change. But honestly, it kind of doesn't matter if it changes or not because we still haven't been advised about what upgrades to get, so getting XP is kind of irrelevant. I have to say, I am excited for this Mr. Hammer fight, as what the guide wants us to do is to use the REC to stun Mr. Hammer, and then run in, hit him until he starts winding up an attack, run away, hit him again with the REC, and then run up again and hit him until he starts to go for attack again. There's no mention of the Bat Swarm, no mention of the fact you can really just kind of just jump over him. So this will be fun. Just right off the bat, yeah, we're hitting you with that immediately. Oh, he's winding it up. All right, back it up. The moment he winds it up, we back off. Yes, clearly the most efficient way. No mention of the Bat Swarm, by the way. Or, you know, just like punching him in the face and jumping over him when he's going to attack you.
This is going
And Electro. You know, I think, in fairness, I think the guide may have said to take out the minions first. It might have said that, but this is more entertaining. Could you, like, try to hit one of them? There we go. And now you guys are done for. I mean, it's not a terrible method. It's just, you know, definitely not the best. Now, at this point, you may be wondering about Catwoman and what IGN said about her section. So you're not going to believe this, but the entire Catwoman walkthrough is just 4 videos of each section with 0 text. Now that on its own, pretty crazy. The best part. Now where it gets really interesting is, we'll get to this part of the video. He gets hit very quickly. Full body armor. And there's a shield on the ground, which I'm fairly certain one of them will pick up in a second. Yes. And yeah. So, this is New Game Plus. And if we go to the second section, also has full armor. For some reason, the Catwoman portion of the guide, which, you know, the guide in theory meant for people playing a game for the first time and wanting advice how to get through things, is videos only of a New Game Plus playthrough. I have no idea why they would do that. Yeah, as a result of this, we kind of really... There's not really much to talk about with the Catwoman sections. Because the guide, they didn't give us anything. They'll struggle to open the shuttered doors of the building, but an REC char... Yeah, our REC will budget just enough for you to slide under. Doesn't necessarily say we fight them. And I think we can slide under without fighting them. Okay, how exactly are we going to do this? Okay, well, we'd appreciate if you guys hadn't seen me. Okay, I can salvage this. Just hit the REC, slide under. We don't need to fight them. Okay, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, they've lost me. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, we're good. Jesus Christ. 5 of Penguin's goons, yeah. Okay, I'll have heart rates, monitor, yeah. Discreetly and swiftly. High perches. Alright. Wants us to attack from above. Okay. And it wants us to use the the electromagnets around the room to disarm them. Okay, we can do that.
Penguin gave an order, so move.
Huh. Maybe you could have, like, mentioned that, like, they can very easily run and grab weapons from a place that I can't get through from a gargoyle. Alright, so important thing to note here. Now, the guide does mention there's a Riddler trophy here. The guide also continues the trend of ignoring destructible objects by not bringing up the penguins. And also, the maps of the areas of which admittedly do have the Riddler trophies also skip the destructible objects, as the penguins aren't on the map. Okay, so there's a Riddler trophy coming up ahead that the guide actually referenced. However, it says you need the cryptographic sequencer to access it. You need the upgrade too for the range amplifier. That has not been mentioned once. Yeah, as you can see here, immediately locked. And we can't reach it. Nope. This section is fine. I just want to take a time to point out that the guide did refer to the Titan as the lumbering bloke. Alright, same strat as Mr. Hammer. We haven't learned about the bat swarm yet. You're not slicing anything, you're just getting electrocuted. Speaking of which, be careful with your sword around electricity, sir. Is that how you lost your arm? Okay, huge development. The guide has specifically by name called out an upgrade, the Batclaw Disarm, so we are getting our first upgrade. Now, there's no mention of using the Batclaw to immediately take out people over ledges, but we will be trying to use the disarm as much as possible since the guide brought it up.
They're using thermal imaging.
And you get disarmed. Hit him fast. Hit the ground takedown. And disarmed. Oh, he's gonna be fine. He didn't fall that far. Okay, honestly, it's not terrible for the Grundy fight. The biggest thing I could say is it mentions the maggots. It doesn't mention you can take them out with the batarang. So I guess what we're just gonna do normal Grundy fight, but I can't use batarangs to take out the maggots. Okay, the maggots are here. I cannot use batarangs on them. This might be a mild problem. Okay. I'm having trouble with the explosive gel, but I think... Goddamn. Come on now. I'm just enjoying not being one-shot by this. Oh, these might fuck me up. How do I stop them? I don't care that the game is telling me how, the guy didn't. And, oh, okay, what the fuck? I'm being possessed by the soul of IGN. And we're done. As I always like to bring up during this scene, canonically speaking, Jason is somewhere on a rooftop taking photos right now. Like, not like within eyesight of these two. Okay, we glide in. Oh, to a silent takedown after being seen. No knockout smash. Understood. Okay, PDF skips from the sword straight to the start of the boss fight. Okay, what does the actual website have? Did that, did all that. All right. Listen to the soundtrack. Okay. Sure, why not? All right, we'll get off what I usually listen to. Here we go. How long is this? Is it going to be an hour break for us about? I think it's about an hour. 53 minutes? Yep. All right. We will return to the game in 53 minutes. Dispatch the crazy dream ninja monsters. You know, I feel they have actual names. I just call them sand ninjas. I feel that's appropriate. Yeah, it's kind of hard to mess up this fight as far as giving advice for it. You know, I love this game, but I've brought it up before. There are 3 boss fights in this game in which the entirety of it, for the most part, is just quick fire exactly one specific gadget, and that's the whole fight. The only thing I can really give the guide shit for is it talks about how in his second stage, the ninjas guarding race go faster. I don't think that's true. They just increase the amount that there are. They don't actually go faster, I think. I just think the guide maker thought that they were going faster, which is hilarious. Okay, still doing the gliding and the ground takedowns for the start of the Predator sections. At least we're prioritizing the guy with the jammer. Okay, glide into ground takedowns and inverted takedowns. Oh, I'm not reaching you. Yep, as IGN intended. Alright, freeze fight time. Let's get to the important bit. You need to take him down 5 times and the fight. There are numerous ways to damage him. Our personal favorites, include using the electromagnet, electrocution in the water. Oh, the line launcher. Oh, fuck. A backside silent takedown, and finally using the disruptor. Okay. We have our 5. We have the order we'll be doing them in. The line launcher isn't the worst one. It's just me and the line launcher have beef, especially in this fight. Oh, it's meant to be a mistake. Oh, that was a mistake. Oh, that was such a mistake.
My tactics. Surprise attacks are the only way to take freeze.
You couldn't extend your fucking legs, Bruce? Okay, remember. It's electromagnet.
Get me the telemetry feed from
We got that first.
No problem. Bruce, remember what happened last
And then we gotta hit him in the
time?
water,
Try to take him on
which
and
might be
never
annoying to
fight.
set up.
He's too powerful.
And you're good. Alright. Now we gotta do the line launcher. Oh boy. Go away, shield. Go away. God damn it. Alright. I gotta do it from behind. Hold on. Come on. Just let it happen. Okay, that wasn't too bad. It shouldn't be too bad, but like, goddamn, me and the line launcher. And you're done? Yep. Now all I got left is disruptor, which is just, it's so easy. So we're good. And you're done? Yep. Now all I got left is disruptor, which is just, it's so easy. So we're good. Alright, we're about to go to Joker's place for the end of the game, so I'm gonna quickly check through the side quest text to see if there's anything dumb enough worth so that it's worth us doing, because the guide has not advised us to do them. Yeah, there's nothing. Pretty much it's all too vague and non-specific for there to be anything bad. The worst thing I found was this map for the Deadshot side mission, which is numbered in no reasonable and logical sense. You know, it starts at 10 for the start of the mission, and you'd think, oh, maybe like it works backwards, but then it's 11 is the second part of the mission. So just, yeah, it's just nothing.
Of course he is. Nah, I reckon Freeze got him.
Yeah, I'm good. All right, are we gonna silently take down this guy?
Really? Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna do a ledge takedown. Okay, well,
I mean,
that won't alert anybody. Oh, look, they're alerted. All right, great job. And yep, okay, we're back to the usual. Stealth section, by the way. Okay, be loud as possible, finish it off. You forgot one, there's more than one. All right. All right, we'll stop watching this. Spare the guide maker.
You know anything about Protocol 10? Step back.
Okay, so the question here is, do either of the two guides I have warn us about getting hit by the doctor? Okay, so the PDF skips from the freeze fight all the way to the carnival fight. So yeah, and there's nothing in between worth mentioning. Okay, so the webpage does mention the good doctor. It just says you meet her, makes no mention of the fact she's gonna hit you if you don't stop her. So yeah, we're gonna let the good doctor hit us. Not like we need the health or anything. Ma'am, I was just minding my own business.
I'm sorry.
Okay, kind of big thing here. It says to disable their guns with the disruptor for this next Predator section, which is the second time the game has kind of referenced getting an upgrade, because that requires an upgrade. So we will take it. Now, the guide actually said to freeze blast you through the window. Now, which you can do. I have to say, the guide really likes the freeze blast. Roller coaster fight. Okay, what does it want us to do? Focus on the Titan almost immediately. Okay. So use them to supplement the crowd. Use the RECR. We're still sticking with the REC on Mr. Hammer. Yep. Knocking those around him to the ground. The tracks light up, indicating that something is about to run through the room. So be careful about that. You have to make sure you aren't hurting yourself. Utilize the freeze blast. Okay. This guy loves the freeze blast. Utilize the line launcher, which can help you get out of jams while knocking people over. Okay. I have never, in the 14 years since this game has come out, I have never personally or ever seen anyone use the line launcher as part of this fight. They just dodge it, you say?
Let's give a big hand.
Well, I hit Mr. Hammer's big ass.
I mean, it's not like he couldn't use one.
That wasn't meant for you, random goon. It was meant for Mr. Hammer. There we go. I mean, I guess technically it's good at repositioning yourself, but you could just jump over them. Oh, this is gonna be cool. That is okay. So what was supposed to happen there was the REC was supposed to hit Mr. Hammer as he ran, but instead it just shot to the corner. I think if I punched Hammer once, he'd go down at this point. But yeah, this will be the Titan going down. Thank you, Hammer. Titan focus. REC on Hammer. Use the roller coaster my advantage. Good time in there. And Joker's easy. Okay, this is going to be fun, if only because the guide was very specific about the order in which we need to take out people. It was like in order of kill priority, because, you know, we kill people. Gunners, stun batons, shield guy, armored guy, and then the rest. And that's the proper order. Gunner, you're up first. But, yep. Static. Oh, no. Now shield. You better not throw that at me. Now, the armored guy isn't here yet. I heard that gun. Where is he? There he is. Yeah, the armored guy comes in on the elevator. So, we'll keep up the priority. Put that gun down. Nice throw, dumbass. Oh, no, hold on. That wasn't meant for you. And you're next. Does someone have the shield up again? Yep. Put that goddamn gun down. Not you. There we go. And baton. You got the shield up again. You guys are making it easy for me. Shouldn't the elevator be here right now? There it is. Alright. Armored guy next. No one grab that gun, please. God damn it. Gun. Baton. Shield. Armor. God damn it, someone picked up the gun already. We have a priority. You guys be picking up that gun way too fast. I think we're good now. The rest. Let's go.
Single inmate of Arkham City will be dead.
Oh, okay, you pulled that off. Alright, good for you, Mr. IGN. And you fall off the double takedown by just spamming glide kick into ground takedown. Okay.
Tiger 43 to tower. The room is secure. All new inmates are neutralized.
Oh shit. God damn it. Alright, we'll try that again.
Is progressing. Well done. Protocol 10 is progressing beautifully.
There we go. Not particularly easy to pull off.
As we move into the final stage of Protocol 10, I would like to congratulate all Tiger forces on this wonderful achievement. As I look at the screen,
Okay, that was clear aimbot.
I can see that we are rapidly approaching.
Casualty at my location.
Hey, I remember this from the beginning of the guide. There's only 2 guys left. Freeze blast one, take out the other. As I finish this technically unnecessary fight, as I'll show off in a second, it just occurred to me the guide has not once ever like provided the solution for their sequencer, which once again, you know, this isn't the hardest game in the world, but it's like, you could have done it. And here's me showing how this fight is entirely unnecessary, as is that sequencer, as you can just glide around it. Okay, IGN, how do we deal with top of the world? Interesting grapple there. Okay, take a guy out. Spray the explosive gel. And then vent. Do you just camp the vent for the entire thing? Oh, did you take someone out? You just camp the vent the entire time. Yep. The entire way? Yep. Jump out of the vent. What are you doing? Yep, just literally camp the vent. Alright. We can do that.
Good. The MC has fallen. Move your search to the lower sections. Affirmative, plan.
If it makes you feel better, the rest of your friends are going to go out the same way. There's really not much of a point to this explosive gel. It's not going to take anyone out.
Port, any contact?
This seems like a good enough opportunity for me. Hello and goodbye.
Any contact?
Yeah, you keep looking out there. I am the knight.
Anyone got eyes?
I mean, credit where credit's due. This does work. This does work. Why don't you chill out? Yeah, so it's pretty hard to script Clayface boss fight. The only thing they did though is they forgot about his hammer attack. So if he launches his hammer attack at us, we're just gonna tank it. Because they didn't tell us how to dodge it. You know, they didn't mention this jumping attack either. But I feel if I tank those and the hammer things with no armor, we might be in trouble. Here comes the hammer attack we're gonna have to tank. Eh, we'll be fine. And one more final freeze blast ought to send us home. That was a fun playthrough. I'll definitely do this in Origins and Night eventually. But I'll probably be a little bit before then. Yeah, that pretty much brings us to the end of the video. If you've made it this far and you aren't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. And if you're already subscribed, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video.